Hey, this is Marjorie, and I thought today I would show you my wheels, how I get around in my transportation. So I have an electric Jeep, and let's see if I can get a picture of it for you in the background here. No, I'll turn it around. So this is, it's been a modified electric cart, which has actually been souped up. So it's 100% electric, and you can see I have a solar panel on the roof, which makes it a little top heavy, so you have to be careful when you're driving. But honestly, I plugged this thing in once and charged it, and I have never had to charge it again. You'll also notice that it's pretty risen. It's got really good clearance underneath, which you need. Here in Puerto Rico, the roads are not in the greatest shape, and then after a hurricane or some sort of weather event, you need off-road kind of capability. It's a four-seater, so you got two here and two there, and it also looks like it holds kittens. Let's see, there's one. Let me show you how the back works. Is you can fold the seats back, and then I've got a cargo area here, which is awesome, and I use that a lot. And then there's a little area in here, a compartment for putting stuff, straps. Towing stuff like that. It's 100% electric. Let me pull this open and show you the batteries. Now I do have on here, these are supposedly shungite infused mats, because I am concerned about sitting on top of a gigantic lithium-ion battery and all this electronics, and then a gigantic electric motor, which, let me see if I can show you the motor down there. I don't know if that's going to help you or not, but there's that. It's a big one. I think it's a 7.2 kilowatt motor, definitely a 72 volt battery set. I also have this, let's see if I can get my hand on it. This right here is a biogeometry sticker developed by Dr. Ibrahim Karim in the Biogeometry Institute, which also helps to mitigate the effects of electromagnetic field. I do have an EMF meter. I'm going to be testing the effects of the shungite and I can use pendulums to test the effect of the electromagnetic field. So I am going to do that. I haven't done it now. I just put it in place as I got to go. Let me show you the controls. Here we go, and as you can see, going 656 miles. I am a little low on energy now. I've almost never been much lower than 85 or 86%. And as you can see, it's been a little bit of a cloudy day today, so it hasn't charged up as much as it could have. I really have almost never had it below 80% charge, and I really recommend living. I've talked to you about this before, but live in a small town between 1,500 to 15,000 people, and across a town that size, you're only going to be going a mile to maybe 3 or 4 miles at the most. So a little tiny cart like this is going to do that just fine. By the way, this does have 3-point seat belts, turn signals, lights. It's fully DOT compliant. When I was researching this to what am I going to buy? First of all, it was very clear I wanted something small, lightweight, and rugged, and super efficient as a way to get around town. And I wanted it to be 100% electric, because I've seen the gas lines when we have a hurricane. I mean, really, those lines are half a mile, and people are in line for hours to get their 5 gallons. And I don't want to participate in that, right? I live on an island. It doesn't produce oil or gas. We do have sunlight. So, I know that this is going to be available. And right, it's November 2023. It's happening. It's happening right now. We have inflation. The government is printing way more money, and they're not stopping. It's actually accelerating. That will lead to hyperinflation and currency collapse, and that will happen in 2024. And during that time, you will not be able to afford, gas and oil is going to become very, very, very expensive, if not impossible to get a hold of. So I want to be able to get around. So I've got a cart that will do that. And so far it's worked real well. There was a lot of controversy in the beginning of like, would it work or not? And I actually spent days of research on this because, you know, we got a lot of really steep hills and crazy roads, and would the motor be strong enough to get me up the hill? Would the battery be big enough to have enough charge to be able to get me there and back? So, you know, there were a lot of questions. Yeah, but it's ended up working out perfectly fine. Hey, sweetie, you wanna, yeah, she's gonna do some inspections here. It's worked out great. In terms of pricing, I bought it directly off of Alibaba, and that turned out to be quite an adventure. So it was $6,500 if I'd have picked it up at the factory. It was $2,000 to ship it from Shanghai to San Juan, and then it really got fun with like everybody had taxes or fees or something. You know, the U.S. Customs. I had to become an official importer, and then, you know, Suri, and then the Puerto Rican Treasury, and like $300 here and $500 there, and da 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 da. And you know, it was about $3,000 in taxes and whatever, warehousing fees and whatever. And when it finally came to my home, it came in a big crate, a big wooden crate, and there's nothing like a Puerto Rican man magnet than a woman working on her own car. It was actually kind of fun, you know, the guys, it was hot, it was August when I got it, and we'd work on it a little bit in the morning, and then we would, here she is, what you doing, sweetie? And then we would, you know, rest because of the heat of the day, and then work on it a little bit in the evening. And yeah, so, but it got built and it was pretty easy to put together. Most of it was put together by the factory and didn't need a whole lot of special tools or anything. And it's just been fabulous. It's worked great. 650 miles on 0 gallons of gas. You can't beat that. So yeah, so I just wanted to show you this wonderful little mechanism for getting around town, and my co-pilot. Huh? Where's your sister? What you doing? Yeah? Haven't taken the kittens for a ride. When I was taking care of a puppy, man, that puppy loved to be co-pilot. Okay, well, this is Marjorie, and I will see you on the next video tomorrow. Till then, remember, this moment is wonderful.